Hey, John.
Is that how we're starting? It's autumn, and you can tell because we're wearing plaid.
Yeah.
Leaves are falling. Halloween is coming. It's time for a Halloween movie.
Because there's not enough Halloween in the world. It's
love
not
Halloween.
overdone to death.
You don't like Halloween?
You don't spend enough time on social media to get so over-inundated with Halloween shit that the holiday is semi-ruined. You also have kids, so I guess you get to enjoy it
I love
through
fucking
them.
Halloween, man. I watch horror movies like every day in October. It's great.
I don't like horror movies that much, so...
Oh, man. So we're not talking about a horror movie, but we are talking about a Halloween-themed movie. And good news, kids, it's another Netflix Adam Sandler joint.
Great.
I'm not going to bury the lead. I'm going to say this movie's not bad. And now, granted,
It's bad.
Okay. You didn't let me qualify that.
Please, stack on the qualifiers that we let Adam Sandler finally pass by the sheer grace that he didn't suck as much as he has in all the other of his little Happy Madison movies. Let's praise Adam Sandler for rising above complete shit to a realm of vague mediocrity.
Yes.
Bravo, Adam! You did it!
So my point was that of the Netflix Adam Sandler movies, which are almost exclusively just garbage, unwatchable, this one manages to barely clear the watchable bar.
I spent 5 minutes while watching it trying to see if there was a 1.5 speed option for Netflix.
Adam Sandler plays Bobby Boucher. Hubie Dubois, which is their names don't just sound the same. It's the same fucking character. He plays Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy.
It is a very similar character. Yeah,
that's my Adam Sandler impression.
Let me tell you, if your love of Adam Sandler is based on him doing a voice of someone who is just kind of I don't know how to say it it's almost inherently offensive, but I don't know. But if you buy a whole movie with Adam Sandler talking like this, if that's what you're after, if that's the foundation of your love of Adam Sandler, you're gonna just adore this movie.
So he plays Hubie Dubois, which, what a name, right? Who lives at home with his mother, like most Adam Sandler characters. And he is kind of the town doofus. He works at a delicatessen.
Yep.
He works in the deli at a grocery store or something, and the whole town just rips the shit out of him constantly.
Yep.
They call him Pubie Dubois, get it? Pubie. Anyway, because pubes?
Yeah.
Just in case? Pubes? Anyway. Anyway, the whole town just rips the shit out of him. Whatever. All the time. Everybody picks on him. The kids, the adults, the elderly. Everybody picks on Hubie. Poor Hubie Dubois. He is his own... He's a self-designated Halloween monitor.
Yeah, he's like a safety monitor for Halloween.
So he'll ride around on his bike, because he rides a bike because he's slow, I guess, is the thing. And and of course a bunch of shit goes down. Now what happens is he gets a mysterious new neighbor played by Steve Buscemi. Should be mentioned that all the Adam Sandler regulars are in this movie.
Kevin James is here. Steve Buscemi is here.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Thank Christ,
there.
Rob Schneider's here. Hey, Rob Schneider, fuck you. Julie Bowen comes back from her days in Happy Gilmore. She was in Happy Gilmore, and they brought her back.
I know her now is Modern Family.
Yep.
Yeah, she's back, and boy oh boy, you can almost hear the dial tone as she phones in her fucking role.
A mysterious neighbor moves in next to Hubie and his mom. the big running gag with his mom is she went to the Salvation Army or something and bought a bunch of shirts that have wacky sayings on them, like "I shaved my balls for this" and things like that. So that's a running gag with the mom.
There's so many great running gags in this movie.
So anyway, Steve Buscemi moves in. Throughout the movie, you suspect that Steve Buscemi is a werewolf.
Your basic setup is Halloween night, some bad stuff starts happening and some people start going missing. Whodunit. It's a Halloween whodunit. And, it's like, oh, you got Steve Buscemi moving in. You got, someone escaped from a mental asylum. Oh, you got these people who are real super mean to Hubie. Who's it gonna be? And Hubie's on the case. It's not a bad set. The movie feels very done. This feels very much like a 90s movie, as many Happy Madison movies do.
Yeah.
This movie, to me, it felt like an Adam Sandler version of an Ernest movie.
Yeah, totally.
And I mean that,
Totally.
I love the Ernest movies. I grew up with them. But they're fun because they're for the whole family. I don't know who the fuck this movie's for, because it's half the time, like, I'm watching this and I had moments where I went, I get it. Yeah. This is a movie for kids. It's like Adam Sandler made a movie for kids, and that's why none of these jokes are landing for me. And then they do jokes where they're like calling him Hubie, and there are people doing stuff like this and pretending to suck on dicks, and I'm like, I don't think this is for kids.
I'm a terrible father, and I did watch this with my family, and I will say there were a few moments when I was like, probably a bad idea. That said, they laughed quite a bit. They laughed at every time that stupid soup canister gag came up. So Hubie has a soup canister.
That is 100% an Ernest ripoff, by the way. Like, Ernest goes to jail, little gadgets. Like, there's a reason I say this feels like an Ernest movie, but it feels like an Ernest movie that's bad, sinful.
So he carries around the soup canister that every time he pulls it out, it transforms into something else, And
it's a Go-Go Gadget soup canister. It's got an umbrella in it and a welding torch or some fucking, I don't know.
Screwdrivers.
You do need to go into this movie realizing the whole universe is basically a cartoon.
Yeah.
This is not remotely realistic. And sometimes I think that's to its benefits. I think one of the few chuckles I really had is like, there's the ongoing joke where as he's riding his bicycle and people are giving him shit, they're like chucking stuff at him. And at first it's like eggs, and then, you see them chucking like food at him. And then there's like wrenches and television sets, and it's so out of nowhere that got a few chuckles out of him.
Yeah, he'll dodge it every time as he's riding.
So, but everything else in the world, it's very cartoonishly set up. It's not he's not just a weird cartoony character in a normal world. The whole world is just basically
it's goofy.
A goofy cartoon for the most part.
In the end, it's a bad movie.
It's not good. There are some cheap fun laughs.
Yep.
It feels like Adam Sandler's trying a bit more because he gets to do a funny voice. Like, it doesn't feel like he's half asleep. Like, I'm Adam Sandler and I'm here for another movie. Mwah. When can I go back to just being on vacation? Mwah. It feels like he's actually having fun, which made me a little more forgiving. But it's just...
On the Adam Sandler scale, it's probably in the middle of the pack somewhere. It's not Click or the one where he was a girl. I don't know. He was I don't
Jack
even know.
And Jill?
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't any of that shit. But it wasn't like it does, and again, like, the scale is so fucked that I'm saying it doesn't reach the heights of Happy Gilmore.
There's a movie that's held up so well.
Yeah, but so I would say it's like in the middle of the pack. I watched it. I was like in college when Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison came out, so I was like perfect. That was like perfect timing for me. So I've got nostalgia for those movies. This movie brought like little moments where I was like, oh, I remember liking this sort of stupid bullshit. But then, like, a lot of it was like, oh yeah, I'm in my goddamn 40s and this shit just doesn't amuse me.
There's a lot of just extremely juvenile 90s quality comedy, but I don't know, without just the charm of it.
Outside of like his more critically acclaimed stuff like Punch Drunk Love or Reign Over Me or Uncut Gems, best Adam Sandler movie.
Probably Happy Gilmore, I
Yeah,
guess. I guess I'd skew. Happy Gilmore's the one that I saw when I was younger. I had fun with it. Bob Barker punches him and stuff. The movies that Adam Sandler's really good in aren't his movies.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
It's movies where he's acting. And when Adam Sandler really puts himself into a role, he can be a really talented actor.
Yeah.
I just don't think he can write for shit. I don't think it should be allowed to write and have his own creative studio because it's just bad.
Dude makes a lot of money.
He
So
does.
in the end, like if you're gonna watch it with your kids, maybe your kids should be like preteen.
I would say
right around there.
this movie definitely skews for a younger teenage crowd. Like
Yeah.
enough to where they're gonna see mannequins where the hands are put like this, and they're gonna be like,
They called him Hubie.
but yeah, I don't think the moment you get into like, you know, junior, senior high school students, I think they're gonna be like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, yeah.
It totally is. So find more of our stuff, youtube.com/MoJoMenace. You can go to our website, MoJoMenace.com. We've got forums there, MoJoMenace.com/forums. You can find a link to our Discord chat, and you can come chat with us about all sorts of stuff. All our, social media stuff is Mojo Menace. So,
I love how you keep telling them to go to our YouTube channel.
and they're here.
They're here.
Yeah, I know.
Just, if you haven't clicked...
Casey accidentally stumbled on it, man. I don't know.
But then all you gotta do, why don't you hit that subscribe button and smash that bell icon!
Okay, we're done now.